Assalamu alaikum and welcome. I'm Mr. Hussain, a meal consultant, and that stands for monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning with Premier Mountain Communities Consultants. You know, in the development sector, our work really hinges on strong partnerships, and the bedrock of any solid professional partnership, it's a clear, well-understood contract. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and demystify these crucial documents.
So let me ask you this. We've all heard the horror stories, right? Maybe you've even been there yourself. A project just completely goes off the rails, all because of a simple misunderstanding. A vague agreement can so quickly spiral into a dispute, putting deadlines, relationships, and even the project's success at risk. The goal here is to make sure your contract is a safety net, one that protects both you and your client, not some tangled mess that just creates problems. To do that, we really need to get into its essential parts. So we're going to take a guided tour through what I consider the 5 most critical areas of any consulting contract. We'll kick things off with a foundation, then get into the nitty-gritty of the work itself, cover the all-important financials, and then wrap up with how to protect sensitive info and, how to part ways professionally when the time comes. Okay, let's start with the big picture. It's so easy to look at a contract as just another legal hurdle to jump through, but it is so much more than that. I want you to think of it as your project's blueprint. It's a collaborative plan that you and your client build together for a successful outcome.
So what's its real job? Well, the main purpose of the contract is to get really specific. It answers those fundamental questions, like, what problem are we actually trying to solve here? What is the work that's going to be done? And how will we know for sure when we've succeeded? It's all about creating a mutual understanding, a shared vision, and making sure everyone is on the exact same page right from day one.
All right, next up, let's see how this blueprint actually gets its details. Section 2 is all about the scope of work and the schedule. Now, these 2 elements, they are the absolute heart of your agreement. And let me tell you, clarity here is completely non-negotiable. This right here, this illustrates the single most common pitfall in contracts. Look at the left. Provide M&D consulting services. What does that even mean, honestly? It could mean anything. This kind of ambiguity is a recipe for what we call scope creep and eventually disputes. But now look at the right. See the clarity? It specifies the exact deliverable, its length, and the key activities involved. Here's a quick pro tip for you. Always co-create this section with your client. Just ask them, what does a successful final product look like to you? And then work backward from there to define the steps. I promise you that one conversation can prevent massive headaches later on.
Now for the when. A clear schedule with deadlines for your key deliverables is absolutely essential for managing expectations and keeping things on track. Each of these milestones should have its own acceptance criteria. That's just a fancy way of saying you both agree on what it means for that piece of work to be done and approved. This defines what progress looks like and clearly states when the project is officially finished, leaving absolutely no room for doubt.
All right, let's talk about 2 very important topics: getting paid for your hard work and expertise, and figuring out who actually owns the final product. These are critical details that have to be spelled out in your contract. No ambiguity allowed. Your contract has to lay out all the payment information. You might agree on a flat project rate, a day rate, or maybe an hourly fee. The contract also needs to specify the payment schedule, something like 30% upfront, another 40% at a key milestone, and the final 30% upon completion. And don't forget to clearly define what counts as a reimbursable expense, like travel or special materials.
Okay, now this is a really crucial point for every single consultant to understand. The ownership part of a contract almost always includes what's called a work for hire clause. Basically, this means that the intellectual property you create during the project, all the reports, the data, the analysis, is legally owned by the client who paid for it. This is a standard and really important term in consulting.
As a consultant, you're often given access to some pretty sensitive information. Things like internal data, strategic plans, or private beneficiary details. Your contract has to formalize your professional duty to protect this information. This section is all about building and maintaining trust. While your professional relationship is definitely built on trust, a confidentiality clause provides real, concrete legal protection. During your work, you might be exposed to some of the client's most valuable information. So this clause isn't about a lack of trust at all. It's about professional responsibility and security for the client.
So what goes into a strong confidentiality clause? Well, it needs to be specific. It has to clearly define what exactly counts as confidential information. It needs to outline your duty to protect it, state how long that duty lasts, which is often even after the project ends, and it has to detail the legal consequences for any breach. Every single project comes to an end. A really well-crafted contract plans for this conclusion right from the very beginning. This section outlines the professional and orderly way to end the agreement, whether that's because the project was a huge success or sometimes because it needs to be terminated early. The termination clause really just simplifies the process into clear, manageable steps. It'll detail the notice period, how much warning each party has to give, and the process for settling any outstanding payments. This ensures that even if the partnership ends unexpectedly, it happens without any unnecessary conflict or confusion. So, as we start to wrap this up, I want you to really think about this question. A great contract isn't just for the sunny days when everything is going perfectly. No, its true value really shines through when challenges pop up. It should be your guide and your protection, especially when things don't go according to plan. So here's the bottom line. A detailed, well-defined contract is not a sign of mistrust. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's a hallmark of professionalism and a deep commitment to clarity. It really serves as the strongest possible foundation for a successful and respectful partnership. So to quickly recap, just remember these 5 pillars for any strong consulting agreement. Always define your scope in detail. Agree on your timelines and deliverables. Clarify payment and ownership right from the start. Formally protect confidential information. And make sure you have a clear exit plan. Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope this explainer has given you some practical and valuable insights. If you found it helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe for more professional tutorials.